Hi, what's up? I am back. I know it's been a while. I still been working out, but I took a break from filming. Not for a particular reason. Anyway, this this video, if I'm not mistaken, is me doing delts. So this year I made some changes to the way I work out. I changed the frequency of certain body parts. Certain body parts I do a little bit less of in a week, and other ones I have stepped up to a little bit more. So I'm trying to get my strength back in my legs. At the beginning of the year, oh, and by the way, what you see me doing right here is just, this is really just to get my shoulders warmed up and to also work on shoulder mobility and rotator cuff type stuff. I used to have shoulder issues, for those that either don't know or whatever, but yeah, I used to have a lot of shoulder pain and stuff like that in my shoulder and my rotator cuff. So anytime I did any heavy pressing movements, or it didn't matter if it was chest or shoulders, it would hurt. So after I started doing stuff like this, making sure I warm up really good, those problems went away. Everybody doesn't necessarily have to do this. I don't think everybody has a weak shoulder girdles. I don't think everybody's rotator cuff is necessarily weak. Mine is. So instead of tearing it or something like that and requiring surgery, I'd rather do this as it's preventative. But anyway, yeah, certain stuff I picked up. So shoulders I now do twice a week. My shoulders are very stubborn. They don't like to grow. And they also require just a lot of volume and also a fair amount of weight to grow. I have noticed growth in them. I have noticed strength increases. But like I said, I've changed to doing them twice a week now. I also do legs twice a week for the simple fact that toward the beginning of the year, let's see, what did I do? My piriformis, I like aggravated it or strained it or something. I was doing goblet squats and I didn't warm up properly. I should have warmed up before I started doing the weight that I was doing. It wasn't a lot of weight, but I wasn't warm. And, so that led to one thing. That led to my the sciatic nerve. Basically, my piriformis was kind of aggravated, and it was pressing on my sciatic nerve, and it was making my leg numb all the way down. So I had that numbness issue for about 2 weeks. It wasn't that I wasn't strong in that leg, it was just numb. It's kind of an eerie feeling when you're trying to do squats or leg press or anything and your leg is numb, like all the way down to the ankle. So I had to basically, I did some exercises to, help that. That went away. But in the meantime, my strength went down a little bit. And then not too long ago, I figured out that one of my glutes is way weaker than the other one. So that was then causing me some hip and back pain. So I'm in the process of fixing that. So long story short to say that you'll see some changes to the way I train, the frequency of my training. I'm also going to do some editing changes to my videos as well. So you will see that as well. Here you see I moved on to rear delts. The things I'm going to keep the same in my delt workouts is I'm always going to start with rear delts for the foreseeable future. My rear delts are naturally the smallest part of my shoulders, but I find when I do rear delts first, I get a really good pump. And because I don't, to be completely honest, y'all, I really don't get pumps like that. A lot of the reason I don't get pumps, I think, is because, like, I do all of this with no pre-workout, I don't take none of that stuff. I really try to work on my mental and get into the gym and, just be able to focus on my own without needing something extra to help me focus. Now, I'm not knocking those that do all that. Do what you need to do. But me personally, I try to push myself both physically and mentally. So I try to really use my gym time as a time to mentally be engaged with my body and really focus without needing something to improve my focus. I don't like to rely on things like that. I don't like to lean on things like that. And honestly, I don't like to spend money on stuff like that. But anyway, because I spend enough money as it is, and I don't want to spend on that. Anyway, so yeah, so like I said, I don't really get pumps that well because I don't take a lot of the stuff that helps you get a pump. So even when I do get pumps, it takes me a while to get a pump. So I find that if I really focus on rear delts and take really short rest breaks, like shoulders, my shoulders recover so fast that I take really short rest breaks in between my sets. What I'm changing going forward, not necessarily in this workout, but going forward, I'm going to the volume's going to go up on shoulders quite a bit. The supersetting is going to go up, even if I do giant sets or whatever. I'm not going to just. I find that I really just have to superset and do giant sets and stuff for shoulders and just like really beat my shoulders. It doesn't have to be a ton of weight, but my shoulders requires a fair amount of volume. So you know. I think I'm going to do more sets as well. So previous to these videos, I usually do 3 or 4 sets. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing five sets at least, and that doesn't count the warm-up sets. 5 working sets, not including warm-up sets. Okay, so those are the things I'm doing going forward. So you see I went from 1 rear delt movement to this one. Now when I went to this one, I've been trying to really kind of progressively overload. I don't use a bunch of weight on the cables, but on this one, I try to use a fair amount of weight. So that I can also build some good strength, because I don't want to just build size. I do want more size on my delts. They're small on my arms, and they look small as well because my biceps and triceps aren't small. So I would definitely like my delts to look a little bigger, but I also want them to be strong as well. So on this particular set, you'll see that even toward the end I was doing some partial reps. That's something else that I've been working in, is partial reps. I usually don't do partial reps, but sometimes I find that you can get a little bit more blood in the muscle if you do a few partial reps towards the end as you approach failure. So I've been working those in as well too. I've also been working on pushing myself past a certain limit. A lot of times before, I would set a number of reps in my head, and once I got to those reps, I would stop. Now I've also kind of slowed down on counting. I don't count quite as much. I kind of go by how it feels. I want to feel a certain amount of burn, or feel that I'm getting, really close to failure. Maybe 2-3 reps from failure, and then that's when I stop. So I've been trying to be more in tune with my body that way as well, by not counting so much, because sometimes I just get to a certain amount of reps, and as long as I get to a certain amount of reps, I'm done, when really I haven't pushed myself as far as I could have pushed myself. So yeah, that's something else I'm doing more of, is really trying to push myself, not kill myself, but definitely try to challenge myself and just work to get better. And I've been noticing some good results from that. I won't lie to y'all, strict press, overhead press, it still frustrates the hell out of me. I do it behind the neck. I know some people gonna have a problem with that. I have the mobility to do it, folks. If you don't have the mobility to do it, sorry. It's not really much I can tell you. So many people look at videos and say, "Oh, you're gonna destroy it." No, I'm more flexible than probably 95% of the people that go to the gym that I go to. I'm more flexible than quite a few people. I really do just have the mobility to do it that way, and I find that the behind the neck, it actually hits my shoulders better. When I was doing it in front, I just felt a lot. I mean, my shoulders were working, but it didn't feel like when I do it behind the neck, I feel the whole shoulder engaging, and that's what I want. With overhead press, I really want to work on increasing my 1 rep max on overhead press. I remember when I did this workout, after I watched it back, I could have did more reps. I feel like when I was doing the workout, I felt like, but yeah, I could have did more reps. I could have did more sets. So stuff like that, just tightening up and fixing little mistakes like that, stuff like that, I'm going to really, really pay attention to and stop doing, because I'm just slowing myself down, to be honest. But yeah, overhead press has been one that I haven't increased very much over the last couple of years. I mean, maybe I've increased it 10 pounds, my max by 10 pounds. But I know I could have increased more. But I'll be honest, I had stopped doing shoulder presses at one point in time due to the shoulder pain. So for a while, I quit doing them. But now I can do them no pain whatsoever. So I'm back at it, and I'm going to work on increasing that the same way I increase my bench press, because my bench is steadily going up, which I'm enjoying. Alright, so I think we had 95 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, that's like 95 pounds is my 1 rep max. So maybe I have gone up a little bit. But I haven't tried to do much over this. The depth on those are terrible. That's something else I have to clean up is when the weight gets heavy to keep the form right. Because the depth on those isn't so good. I would like to go down a little bit more. Alright, I ended this workout with lateral raises, so I think I rested maybe 15 seconds between reps on these. Alright folks, I think this is the last set, so y'all thanks for watching, and I truly appreciate y'all.